Well, hey folks, listen, after I posted talking about the Berg, and you know I love the Berg or whatever, I got so many people saying, you gotta try the Warspear. You gotta check it out. And so I was able to find a Warspear in the used bin, so you know I like that. And so I'm gonna bring it out and try it out. But anyway, I'm gonna play a quick round with you, take it around, see how we do, and hopefully we're gonna have a little fun right after the intro. Okay guys, so listen, yesterday I was able to bring my dad, 81 years old, and my son out here, and we played a great round. The problem that I'm having right now is I'm filming too much stuff and I've got to edit it all. And so I wanted to get this Warspear in because people had been saying, hey, try out the Warspear. But I just need to keep it down and dirty, simple. So I'm just gonna try to play this pretty quick. I'm not gonna run because I'm not quite there yet where I can do a running round with it. But we're just gonna do this. I'm gonna keep it minimal with the editing, hopefully, so I can add this to the queue and get it out pretty quick. But anyway, hopefully when you're seeing this, I've kind of caught up with all my editing, but let's go see what we can do. And I literally have been working all day. This is Sunday afternoon. I start my work at church about 6:45, so this is about almost 8 hours later. And I just got out of the car. Haven't warmed up as it should be, so let's go have some fun. Of course, I was just getting ready to throw to the basket that these kids walked up on, so I may need to wait on this. All right, so had a family pull up and go right to that basket and start playing, so I'm moving up to hole 7 here. So we're gonna play to the shortest because it's a Warspear, it's not a long distance driver. So we're gonna go to the one to the right. Might as well start not throwing it all, throwing a forehand. That's always good. Just a little early. All right, just a little short. Right there. So I'm not sure when I'll have each one of these edited, when it'll fall in the weekly schedule, but I'm excited about the time I got to spend with my dad and my son. My dad had some great nuggets of wisdom. He's a professional tennis player that's coached for forever. He was connected with Billie Jean King back in the day, and so he's got some words of wisdom as far as throwing, body mechanics, and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll enjoy that when it comes out, if I ever get it done. All right, we're going to the blue basket. Just a little long. I think it's got just a little more glide than the Berg, but it's definitely more stable. As far as the feel, it feels good. I mean, it feels like a cousin of the Berg, so that's not bad. And like I said, definitely more stable. So there are a couple holes out here where that works out really well. And then there's some I wish it was a little straighter just for the shot shaping. So I think the Warspear and the Berg, good complements for each other. I think I already said that though. Oh, I thought I was right here. That must mean a roll. So it had to have picked up and rolled to get over here. Oh, that looked good for a minute. So like I said, I did a quick one disc round with some guys on Thursday. And I liked it, but for putting, it just grabbed my finger a little bit. It has a sharper edge to it. And so I was struggling with my flick putt with it. It just doesn't have quite the same feel. It feels a little more rigid and wants to rub across, wants to rub across the top of my knuckle as I release it. Kind of like if you looked at my what's the best disc for flick putting, both the lids and the regular disc. Those that have a sharp edge, kind of, it feels like it's a vertical edge. I don't get the feel of those. They feel like they grab my knuckle a little more, and I tend to yank them a little bit more. I don't know how to explain it, but so this would not be a great flick putter for me. That doesn't eliminate it as a good disc. Just I'm very specific about my flick putting disc. So you're gonna notice on 7 holes in a row that I'm gonna probably throw a forehand. Well, maybe not in a row, but I'm gonna throw a lot more forehands with this where I can trust it to fight back to the right. Whereas the Berg will do that, but it's a subtle fade to the right, where this one I can lean on more. Yeah, it's confidence inspiring, just like the Berg, just with more stability. Hope that makes sense. I can trust that I can give it that little beans and it's not going to do anything squirrely. Don't you hate when you thought you were closer so you could just drop it in and now you got to actually make a putt? So just a little insight. I normally try to shoot about, when I'm farting around like this, shoot about a 5 down. It's kind of my average. I'm just playing, having a decent round, but not a great round. So that's kind of where I feel like if I shoot 5 down on the shorts, I'm having a fine day. I like a lot more, but that's kind of where I go so that I set my expectations. Boy, yep. Faded a little early. It's stable. Actually, I'm gonna have a little fun with this. I'm gonna try to go up high and crash into the basket because that tree has fallen over and it's opened up a little window up there. It's not a big window, but let's see what we can do. Oh, almost hit it. Yep, whereas with the Berg, I just throw it out here and let it do a natural hyzer. That I have to throw a little flex shot to get it to cut through and then drop back. All right, I'll take it. I just said don't do that, but I just shanked it enough that it didn't bite me. Yep. The nice thing about this is there's a bank behind it, so you can throw a little harder, just jam into the bank. That one I was a little low, but it caught the hill and just jumped up there, but you can give this one a pretty good run. Yep. Too early, that's too stable, yep. I felt like that was the right throw. I just forget how much that wants to break back. Oh, I almost hit it, but I think I just blew by the basket. Dang it. Oh no, woohoo, it stopped, yes. I thought I'd cut right through here and just gone. Yeah, the Warspear has a little bit more glide to it. Not a lot more, but yeah, that's where that one just carried a little bit farther than I was hoping, wanting, planning. Too early. It's funny, I'm throwing it like a Berg. I'm forgetting on that forehand to give it some more chop. Welcome to the Pete Collins conundrum. I'm close enough I could run at it, but I'm less comfortable with the Warspear. And it's so close, but anything that misses could end up down on 18. And I'm bogey free so far, playing pretty good, but I could play even better if I make the shot. What would y'all do? Let me know in the comments. Am I dumb or smart for whatever I do? I don't know what I'm gonna do till I throw it, and then I'm gonna claim that I was brilliant or stupid, whichever it ends up. I gotta go for it, but I'm gonna try to float it up and drop it in there. Just need to push it out just a little bit more. But that was the safest run I could do. Several of these holes are ideal for this disc, and this is one of them. I'm going for the blue basket over here. Nice and predictable. All right, let's hop over to one. Let's just keep this in the fairway. There's no way I can get to the basket with this guy. Yep. All right, so I'm not going for it. I am gonna try to throw it up a little high to let it float in. I'm gonna just try to put it right by the front of the basket. Yep. A little wide. I was giving it too much credit for the fight back. Yep, push it down the hill. Right. You know what I said about not liking to putt with this guy? Huh? It's growing on me. Oh, tree! It wasn't going in, but it was going to be right under the basket. Dang it. That went from a drop in to a crap, do I want to run at it? Because there's nothing but death behind it. Poop. Oh, I don't know. I got to wimp this one because if I miss, it's gone. Even that scared me. It was going to pick up and roll. If I was trying to get like record score out here, I would have tried. But I'm not going to break my record out here. The cheat code for this hole is a mid-range thumber. Take my vector and just drop it on the blue basket. But the forehand is also not bad. A little early, miss it. Oh, God, it's just... I took some power off of it, so it dropped early. Poop, I had that one. Let's face it, I tried to steer that one versus throw it. And I've talked to you about that before. When and Dad even, we were eating dinner, he was talking about you don't want to be decelerating through your shot. You always want to be accelerating. The question is how much acceleration? Because you don't want to try to be slowing down your throw. You always want to be ramping up. And that's exactly what I did. I tried to decelerate my throw instead of following through, and hence I sawed it off. Got a little hole right there. Oh, short. I hit the pole, but I didn't give it enough. So practicing with a hoop, practicing with a little spot on the net, just getting used to hitting small targets really gives you confidence when you have to make scrambles like that. Like, I wasn't even worried about getting through that gap because I've thrown through the hoop so many times. Practice small, and then the gaps will get bigger. Boy, I thought I'd hit it, and it just carried a little bit more. That glide gets me, because I thought I was getting ready to go, ooh, that's gonna hit the basket, and it just kept pushing out a little bit farther. Not complaining, just learning. All right, so I'm gonna play this little, we have an additional little substitute hole or extra hole. It's not official that we play. And if you're seeing it, that means I played it well and I left it in the video. If you're not seeing it, then I didn't play this hole well. How about that for a conundrum? You won't even know if I said this if I don't play it well. Blue basket, playing it as an island. It's about 230, 235 maybe. Should be all right. Almost bit myself in the butt by being lazy about just grabbing it and tossing it. Whew. Going for the blue basket. This sets up perfectly for this shot. Oh, flashed right in front of the chains. I thought I'd hit it. Poop. Okay, so I'm walking to the basket. Here's the deal. I think this is a perfect complement to the Berg. This is really what I was hoping the Berg X was going to be. That feel of the Berg with extra stability in it. And the Berg's got a little bit, but it's really not that much different than the Berg. And so I'm really happy with this Warspear. I can now take the Berg X out of my bag and just have a Berg and a Warspear. And I think that's definitely going right in my bag as the partner, as the buddy of the Berg. Berg buddy. I like it. So anyway, yeah, definitely, if you haven't tried out the Warspear, definitely need to check it out. I like the feel. It's got that little thumb track and all. It's a little sharper underneath than the Berg, but other than that, it's a good, reliable disc. All right, let's make this putt. All right. All right, there you go. Down and dirty, quick and easy. yeah, if we add up, I think if you add up the extra hole, I was 11 or 12 down. I think I was 12 down, but that was for 19 holes. Anyway, so a good little round with the old one disc Warspear. Good disc, definitely check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to send me any comments about other discs I should try out. I'll do what I can when I can find one, can afford one, have time to do it. But I definitely appreciate all your comments, your likes and subscriptions, like those as well. And I do hope to see you out on the course.